Hi, and welcome to Ask Kelsey. My name is Kelsey Bennett, and I am an embodied self-love and mindfulness coach, a healer, an educator, and someone who loves sharing all of the healing tools that I have gained with you. So today is actually part 2 of this wonderful question: do you have any tips or advice on healing anxiety? If you missed part 1, where I talked about different tools and techniques to help you ground in the moment and come back to your body in the moment, hop back to that link and check it out. But today we're going to talk a little bit more about long-term healing. Now, I mentioned this in the last video and I'll say it again. My experience with anxiety is twofold. It's with some people that I've worked with, some clients and some friends who have experienced, different things in their lives and have anxiety or have had panic attacks. And it's also from my experience of having PTSD when I was 19 years old and recovering from trauma with the triggers that produced anxiety. So that is where I'm coming from. That is where these tools and insight is coming from. It's from those healing process, as well as from my work in life and business as a healer and an educator and a self-love and mindfulness coach. I mentioned this also in the last video, is that anxiety usually means that there's something deeper going on. So if this is big for you, please reach out for more love and support. Just do it. It's worth it. It's really, really big, because I have found that with anxiety in particular, anxiety or anxious energy usually happens because we're ignoring something that we can no longer ignore, whether it's something that we're hiding about our true feelings or something in the past that we are covering up or just sweeping under the rug like it's no big deal. That is going to turn into anxious energy that is going to plague you. Or it's when we are attempting to control something that we cannot control. So everything that's happening in the political sphere right now, things that are just out of our control, which most everything really is out of our control. But when we're focused on what we can't control and really needing or wanting to control as much as possible, that anxious energy comes out. And it usually stems from, even if it's being triggered by our immediate environment, it usually stems from something deeper, an old wound that needs love, that needs healing. I will say that I once met a woman who was talking about her anxiety, and she told me how she has come to accept her anxiety as an angel. And I thought that was the most profound and most beautiful thing that I had ever heard, because really all her anxiety was doing was letting her know where she needed more love. So if you need more love, go get it. It's great. You're here, so you're getting it. Woo! I love that so much. But to talk more specifically about what long-term healing looks like, it looks like A, asking for support. It looks like B, forgiving yourself, because I find a lot of people who experience anxiety, it's very easy to beat ourselves up about it, to be like, I can't believe this is happening to me, or I can't believe I couldn't control X, Y, and Z. Whatever it is, forgive yourself. The more you can forgive yourself, the more freedom and ease you will experience in your day-to-day life. If you don't know how to do that, I'm going to provide a link in the blog for you to click on and download a free forgiveness practice PDF that is from Robert Holden, who's an amazing coach and author who I highly recommend. I was blessed to do some training with him, and this was my favorite activity that he shared, that I now share with everyone that I meet. So go download that now and enjoy it. use it as often as you need. And if you need support to move through the forgiveness process, I am here. Reach out to another coach, take the exercise to them, to your therapist, get that support to really go through this process and practice forgiveness. Next is this practice of daily care, daily self-love practice, daily meditation practice, daily spiritual practice, whatever it looks like for you. It's devoting time to yourself in a loving way, at least 5 minutes a day, I would say, and hopefully more over time. But by giving yourself this daily self-love, it creates a buffer so that when crazy stuff happens, there is this buffer energetically, so you're not being triggered to that crazy place, right? There's this buffer of like, oh, it's okay. I'm loved, I'm supported, I'm held, I'm taken care of. I got this, right? A daily self-love practice will help give you that, okay? Again, if you need help with that, I got a link for it. I got so many links. But it's just because this topic is so big that I can't put it all in this video because it would be ridiculously long. So if you want the information, go find it and enjoy it, okay? Now the last thing that I will say is energetic protection. Yes, there is something to be said about doing your own healing and showing up for it. Simultaneously, if you are putting yourself in a stressful environment or spending hours upon hours on Facebook when everyone is having conversations that are making you anxious, then honey, we need to address that. We need to set boundaries around the information that you're taking in, around the environments that you're putting yourself in, and around the energy, how you're protecting your energy. So again, I'm going to provide one more link down below in the blog for you to learn a couple of new energy protection, energy clearing practices, in addition to the things that I just said of monitoring and creating boundaries around how you are digesting information, how you are taking in information. Because I know you want to be a bright light in the world and be of high service, but if you are letting and allowing the energy of others' stress and anxiety take you to a place of stress and anxiety, then it's really hard to be that beacon. So in order to be the beacon, you gotta do the self-love so that you can show up in a big way, make the calls, go to the marches, show up, right? Have the conversations, but also be the beacon, right? And not just get dragged down by it. Whew. So that is my answer to this wonderful 2-part series about how to heal from anxiety. Whew. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. This has been an honor and a pleasure. I love you so much. If you have a question that's more specific about something that you're going through, something that you're facing at work or in your relationships, let me know. Hop over to kelseyfoxbennett.com/ask-Kelsey so that I can give you love and support. Thank you. I love you. Take care of yourself. Okay.